Okay, so I just want to share with you so far what I think of the game after a couple of hours. It's not the open world that I thought that it was based on what I had been reading. The main story missions will take you in linear dungeons, but there is an open world to explore. And as per one other person's review here, it says, I lost my enthusiasm with Atomic Heart. By its 10th hour, I just wasn't interested anymore. I just wasn't having fun, whether it was the combat, the story, or the actual gameplay structure. Atomic Heart really is a corridor first person shooter with some open areas to laboriously run and drive across. And I agree with that. Not every game has to be open world. I love The Last of Us, for example. Absolutely love that game. That's probably the only game in the world in the modern era that is not open world, like a Witcher or Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim game that I absolutely adore, have played through multiple times. This game with all its puzzles and brain teasers, and I've had games with puzzles and teasers like Breath of the Wild, but this one just makes me feel frustrated. Not being able to skip, dialogue or fast forward through it. Uh, the repair drones are insane. Even on the easiest difficulty, this game isn't actually all that easy. I'm actually struggling more with this game than I was Elden Ring. So don't tell me, hey, you don't know how to game. Oh, shut your pie hole, is what I'm going to say to that. There's those repair drones. Now, you can disable them, and I'm going to have a link down below in the description box that describes how to go about doing that. I can't do that right now in my playthrough. I don't think it's possible to be able to do that. I have to get through a part of the game beforehand, I think, before I can actually do that. Right now, I'm just trying to show you a little bit of the open world and go on about my moaning and complaining that I have about the game. Okay, seriously? Fuck yourself.
Astrologers announced a week of atomic heart. The number of enemies has doubled.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is why I need to pause the game really quick. So there's a tower that's, yeah, see, it's just getting repaired. Screw you. And those repair bots are within the vicinity. See that tower over there? You eventually are able to hack into areas. Oh my god. Okay, you just got to keep moving. This game is very dangerous, and it's just on your ass constantly. And that's their choice. That's their design choice. Those will raise the alarm. And then you'll get overwhelmed. And I just don't enjoy that. But the game can be fun. It really can. Just a little too slow-paced for my liking in terms of the story. And after a couple of hours, I finally got to see some of the open world. Again, based on what I had read and what some people were describing it to be, including the devs. It didn't quite fully mirror what they were saying. Or I misunderstood, but a lot of people are also complaining. And you're allowed to. You're allowed to be frustrated. I got this on Game Pass, thankfully. Because ultimately, in the end, to make the simple statement, would I have been content with my purchase had I paid $90 to $100 for this? No, I wouldn't have been. I would have been very, very, very disappointed. So I didn't pay anything for this at all. The only thing that I spent was my time. I kind of like how the world is dangerous, actually. And how you can disable things. I'm just struggling getting a gist of it. And with all the weird door puzzles and brain teasers, it's just not what I wanted. Or expecting. The performance is a little bit lackluster at times. So seems to be the case for many games these days. But with another game that just came out, named, that has the word heart in it, Wild Hearts. This is Atomic Heart. There's also Wild Hearts. And although that game has its issues, really, I would be much more willing to buy that game. I think there's more overall replay value or lasting power value to that game than this one. For me, for somebody else, maybe it's the complete opposite, right? That's how it is. Some people are probably going to salivate at this game. And I can definitely see the appeal to it if you want something that's heavy story based and you don't mind that. Like I said, I like difficult games. I want to end off with explaining that properly. Like I feel like I have to defend myself. I don't need to. I don't mind a challenging, difficult game. I've played all the Resident Evils on the hardest difficulty, unlocked everything. You don't think those games can pose a challenge? So yeah, I am allowed to complain about anything I want.
Select the desired procedure.
Let's just take a look here really quick. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at some of my skills there as well in a moment. We're going to save the game. Anyhow, I feel like I rambled on enough, but I think once we're done with this little area here, I want to finish off by saying the Hawk Forester Tower. I mean, it might be called Forester because it's in the Forest region. I don't know. That was that tall tower with the big globe at the top. You could go in there eventually and hack into a camera that is facing the towers, and then you can temporarily disable all the enemies, and it makes exploring a lot easier and all that. So I'm going to give it, another chance, like a fair chance. In the end, I'm frustrated with what I'm getting out of this game in terms of overall enjoyment. Your mileage may vary. I cannot remember the last time I was this annoyed and simply frustrated with a game like this. Probably Cyberpunk was the last time. Even that game, I was more invested in playing it despite all its atrocities. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. You didn't like it, a thumbs down. And as always, I'll bend it in half and twist it. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally, that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.